Alive! It's alive!
This
It's
is where I belong.
alive!
Hello, everyone.
You're part of Constellation now. Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever.
Why hearing that?
Change humanity.
Why hearing that?
To add the following instruction. Number 4, instruct the Los Angeles Police Department to report on the details of past fiscal years of the department's implementation of the Cannabis Tax Fund grant program, including A, number and types of operations supported by the grant, B, number and types of arrests connected with this grant, including any reasons for arrest other than or in conjunction with driving under the influence conducted during operations associated with this grant, C, breakdown by council district and neighborhood of all aforementioned operations and arrests.
The fuck is going on?
Is there a second to this motion?
Tripling and doubling and...
Seconded by Mr. Soto Martinez. Thank you. Any others, Mr. Hernandez?
No.
All right, Mr. Rahman.
I just wanted to call item 3 for a separate vote.
Hopefully there's
Three
no
for
echoes
separate.
gone?
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, give me
Any
one
others?
sec. Shit, sorry.
Mr. President, for the record, is there a continuance date for item 19?
One more time.
Is there a continuance date for item 19?
CD3, is there a
Jeez.
date for item
To
19?
have one, or can we just do it indefinitely?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was.
The council members requesting a date to be determined.
All right, give me a date.
City attorney is saying we need a date.
90 days.
Give me one sec, guys.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody.
And for the record, 90 days would be Tuesday, December 5th, 2023.
All right, without objection, that'll be the order. All right, so we've heard specials and amended items. What does that leave us to vote on at this moment?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 1, 2, 4 through 6, 10 through 18, and 20.
All right, those items are now before us. Open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right. We now have closed session items.
Yeah, Mr. President, these items have been considered in Budget Committee. I do not think we need to go into closed session. Recommend approval in open session.
All right, Mr. Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the case for item 24, in the case entitled Jared Edmond versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $500,000 in settlement. For item 25, in the case entitled Michael Rios et al. Versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $744,082.95. For item 26, in the case entitled Deborah Wong Yang versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $125,000 in settlement. For item 27, in the case entitled David Lopez versus County of Los Angeles et al., there's a recommendation to expend up to $135,000 in settlement. For item 28, in the case entitled Katie Van Schoeneveld versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $170,000 in settlement. For item 29, in the case entitled Deborah Vaughn versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $125,000 in settlement.
All right. Thank you for that. Those items are now before us, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So open the roll,
LA shouldn't be a city.
close the roll, tabulate the vote.
15 ayes.
All right. Thank you, members. We're now moving to public comment. Please note we have both a call-in option and an in-person option for public comment. We'll ask the clerk to read out the call-in information, which is also provided on the agenda, as well as hear from our city attorney with regard to rules and decorum.
Thank you, Mr. President. As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call 669
Guys wanna call in right there, 669
and use meeting
254
ID number
5252.
160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press *6 to unmute. Let me repeat. Call 669-254-5252.
Good, Wayne. How are
and
you?
use meeting ID number
Tired,
160-535-8466.
Had a long
and then press
weekend.
pound.
Went to a
Then
card
press pound
show
again when
in
prompted for
Anaheim
participant
on
ID.
Sunday.
Once admitted into the meeting, press *9 to request to speak. When it is your
bunch
turn
of
to
card
speak,
stuff
an
today
automated
this
Zoom
morning,
voice
and-
will ask you to press *6 to
man.
unmute.
I haven't seen anybody yet, Tons. I just
To
got
people
my
providing
coffee and
public
all that.
comment, when it's your turn to speak, either at the podium or on the phone, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to and or whether you want to provide general public comment. You'll have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment, and if you wish, 1 minute for general public comment. Speak to the items before
Herman's
beginning
there?
general
Nice.
public comment. We'll tell you when your time's up.
I don't know,
When speaking
Vin.
on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not on topic, or if we can't tell whether you're on topic, you'll get one brief warning from me or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you don't,
Thank you, Noma
or
Comp.
if you again stray off topic, you'll forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we'll move on to the next speaker. The items open for public comment are 21, 22, and 23. You may, of course, speak to any of the other items or anything
Ian,
else in
thank
the
you so
city's
much,
subject matter
Ian.
jurisdiction
You rock,
during your
Yessie.
1 minute
Thank
of
you.
general public
Hopefully
comment.
all is well.
For members of the public calling in, when it is your turn to speak,
Sorry, I tried to give
an
you your
automated
drop
message
on my
from
machine,
Zoom will
just,
prompt you to press *6 to unmute
Gotta
yourself.
reset it.
If
Thank
you don't
you,
do
Ian. I
so,
appreciate
council
you.
staff will prompt you once more. At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or you'll unfortunately forfeit your time, and we'll move on to the next
Jim,
speaker.
they're trying hard.
Finally, because of a brief time
But you
delay
know, there's a lot
between
of-
the live meeting
A lot
and
of
the
little
broadcast,
peasants
two
that'll
things
love
are
to wear
important.
that again.
First,
They
while
can't
you're
wait
waiting
to
for
wear
your
their
turn
chin
speak,
diaper
keep
again.
one ear to the phone so you can hear in
They
real
love
time
it. They love
when
to
it's your
bend the
turn
knee
press
and
*6.
suck the cock.
Please don't listen to the meeting only on your computer, channel 35,
I
or
haven't
other
figured out
devices.
after
Second,
decades of being on
if
this
you're
earth
listening
that
to
they
the
have
meeting
an
on other
immune
devices,
system.
please turn down the volume on those devices immediately when it's your
And it
turn to
works.
speak. Between the time delay and feedback, it will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen to other devices. Thank you.
Guarantee. Thank you, Ian.
As we call your name, come line up to speak. You do not need to speak in the order you were called.
Man, there's nobody there. I
Andrew
see
Gravener,
Herman. Oh, and I
Claudia
see
Bovell,
Kat's boyfriend.
Donald
I
Harlan,
see
Goat Puppet, Heather
Goat Pup,
Wilson,
Spindler.
Herman.
Oh, under over. Hurry up. Hurry up. Under over. Hurry, 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 hurry. Under over 15. Hurry. Tom Noonan's in the house.
22, 21, 23, and general comment.
You'll have 3 minutes and 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, 21 is a street banner for the Woodland Hills Warner Center Neighborhood Council. Yeah, I'm not sure why we need street banners right now.
Is it October 1st? I'll try, Jim,
just
for
when
sure.
We could be spending that on other stuff. 22 is lighting up City Hall for Overdose Awareness Day. We're going to go back in time and light it up on August 31st, 2023. There's apparently, I'd love for to work like that for us, that if we just don't want to pay it yet, for something yet, we can just pay it later. So usually we're not able to do that, but you do that all the time. So why don't you spend all that money that you're using to light up City Hall to provide more Narcan, or actually do something to help people who are having overdoses, instead of just lighting up City Hall some random color and hoping that people know what that means. But it's just a photo op for some of you who like to light up, take a photo of City Hall lit up. And you can claim you're doing something when, in fact, you're actually harming people who are having addictions and not doing anything to help them. Item 23 is supplemental services at Echo Park Lake in City 13. It looks like this is mostly stuff from Ugo or past Echo Park O'Farrell's stuff at this point. But thank you for taking down the fence. Hopefully that fence never goes up again. Yeah. All right. General comment. Yeah. So, Kevin, you still need to resign. Been telling you to do this for months, and it would be nice if some of you could start actually doing something to doing something more to get him off this council. there were a lot of payouts today from incidents from the LAPD. The LAPD is costing us all billions of dollars every year, and you just gave them more money. I'm curious if the cops that were involved in removing people who objected to their salary increases have committed to not taking the salary increases yet. I'm curious about that. You like to comment if you've rejected the salary increase, because that's a conflict of interest if you take your salary increase after removing people who objected to it. So we need you to commit to not taking those salary increases. In fact, you should fucking quit.
20. I got 20 in there. 5 over. Yeah, this dude's such an incel, dude. He's just dude, he's like Tom Noonan. Look up Tom Noonan in Last Action Hero and tell me what you see.
Speaker, please tell us which name you signed up under.
Fucking spitting image of Tom Noonan.
Last
Action Hero, Tom Noonan.
You'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
My name is Claudio Bovell. I'm here in regards to the Glory Homes apartment complex. Very simple, unhealthy, unsafe living conditions. And also the managers, Ms. Paula Brown. Another subject that concerns me in the district is on Jackie Robinson Stadium. Until now, we don't have a ramp for the disabled people, which is not too good because they cannot come to the track to do the exercise. Number 3, for the 10th district, the seniors are not happy with the representation that they're receiving in regards to the 10th district. Most of the seniors that talk to me, they tell me what's going on, and they're not happy about it. But again, the Glory Homes apartment complex, unhealthy, unsafe living conditions, and documents will be provided to the 10th district representatives. And thank you very much, and hopefully we get a ramp for disabled that come to the Jackie Robinson Stadium in the morning to do the exercise. Right now, it's kind of sad.
That's at UCLA.
And this question was asked
Jackie
January
Robinson Stadium
of this year.
UCLA have a
As
stadium
the
there
next
is
speaker
Jackie
comes
Robinson
up, we'll
Stadium
call the
where
next
you play
few
baseball there.
names. Mr. G, Nate Casanova,
Johnny G,
Patty Schenker, Mr. Hunt, Stacy Segarra Bollinger.
Oh man, we got everybody but Mr.
Speaker,
Sachs.
please tell us the name you signed up under and which item
Hopefully
you'd like
Mr.
to speak
Sachs
to.
is in there.
General comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking Councilmember Blumenfield again for the proposed rodeo ordinance.
Purposeful.
And I want to talk about how rodeos are a public safety hazard.
What?
There have been many incidents of terrified and bewildered bulls who have escaped their captors. There are 3 recent examples. Last May at the Redding Rodeo in Northern California, a bull bucks off his rider. He hops the fence with ease. Then he plows through the crowd, injuring 6 spectators. He was captured almost a half a mile away. In Tampa last year, a bull broke out of the chute, went over a barrier, and then leaped toward the crowd. And then last August, in Utah, a bull escapes from the rodeo and plows into the lieutenant governor's mother and brother.
Hey, if she's a Democrat,
there are many
awesome.
reasons to support this ordinance. Rodeos are not only cruel and violent, but they pose a significant public safety hazard. Thank you so much.
Emotional damage.
Oh, Kat, where are you, Kat? Kat, your boyfriend's here.
Speaker,
Kat, you
please
here?
tell us the name you signed up under and which items you'd like to speak to.
Hi, I'm Donald Harlan. I'd like to speak on agenda items 10,
Leapt,
15,
not leaped.
16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 23. And general
Okay.
comment.
Most of those items have already been voted on. You can speak to items 21 and 22, and you can use your general public comment to speak to the rest of the items.
Okay. 21, yeah, that's a real crime that's being committed there.
Sit, Calamity
by,
Girl. Good morning. That's it.
Marquise Harris Dawson encouraging neighborhood councils to
Where's Kat?
empower themselves and do things that's only to be done here in the city. The people here in the city council should be worried about that they're encouraging neighborhood councils to...
I'm sorry, Speaker, which item are you speaking to?
21. This is Woodland Hills Center and Woodland Hills and Warner Center Neighborhood Council.
That's it for a street banner program.
What's that?
It's a street banner program?
Oh, yeah. Just so you guys know, Woodland Hills and Warner Center is mine and my daughter's. Treat it that way. They don't need to be encouraged to do things in the city that... Same thing with the other neighborhood councils. They don't need to be encouraged to be empowered. All those functions you're encouraging them to do, they should be doing here in the city. It's my city, and those are my properties. Those are my cities.
That's right.
Those are my neighborhoods.
That's it.
You just tell them to come over here and handle their business here in the city. There's so many of you guys here already. They should be handling it here. Also, number 23, transferring funds.
Amy Boado, thank you
parks.
so much, Amy.
I'm concerned about these parks transferring funds around. There's some funny business going on there.
Boadu? Is it Boadu? I'm sorry. Is it Boadu? I apologize.
I'm concerned about the
you,
city
Amy.
council.
I think it's Boadu. Amy Boadu.
Oh, the right-of-ways that you're asking for, for 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. They don't need a right-of-way to put a telecommunications box. There shouldn't be a telecommunications building or telecommunications office for the hospitals and stuff. There's too much development around that.
I agree.
They have a utility box, but not a telecommunications. Can I get a general comment?
Yep, you sure can.
Hi,
I'm Don
I was
Harlan.
really concerned about the police commission. I don't know if you've seen the Los Angeles Police Commission. There's a bunch of new people in there. They're asking for things. They have needs. They're trying to push a bunch of stuff through. It's up to you guys here in the city council to stop them from trying to do too much and trying to put themselves in positions of power from the mayor's office or whatever's going on. I don't know who's doing that. But the Los Angeles Police Commission and the Los Angeles Police Department don't need too much stuff. I was concerned about these right-of-ways they're asking for on agenda item 16 through 19.
Hi, Jerry.
They don't need a right-of-way to put a telecommunications box. You can just put a telecommunications box.
That's it.
And we don't want any spying going on with telecommunications offices or planning from the area. They don't need that much.
Nope. Dang. That's it. It's all we get. Yes, I didn't know. So if any of you are living in Woodland Hills, California, or Studio City, those are Mr. Harlan's cities. Oh, viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is
Speaker,
advised.
which items would you like to speak
Viewer
to?
discretion advised.
I want to speak on all items, Miss Attorney.
Okay,
which
that's
you
items
only
21.
said is 21, 22, and 23.
That's
and
correct.
non-general public comment. Because I'm a black man. And I want to speak about Mr. Harris Dawson's encouraging participants to come to the Woodland Hill Warner Nigger Center neighborhood, because us niggers want to hear about the banners promotion. And I, being a nigger, know what it's like to be discriminated and harassed by the Jujus, Mr. Bloomfield. Boy, goy, you guys get it? That's 21. And then I go into Katie. Where's Mommy Katie? She took off. Oh, there she is. She slumped in her seat like she's asleep. Maybe too much alcohol. But anyways, Mr. Zev services in the 5th District special recognition. How the approval of the who's the fuck's the mayor, first of all? Because, again, vote for Kevin DeLeon for the mayor. Now,
changed up.
back to this illumination of the city, Miss Attorney. We should illuminate why the DWP and your former boss, Peter Dickhead, got fired and lost his bar license. That's an illumination.
Speaker, please speak to the item.
Yeah, I'm getting to the appropriate $400 for general city purposes fund, because that's very important. illuminating life, history, and everything we know about why to transfer $400 to CD5 Community Services, especially when we know that Mommy Yorolowski over there supports that. And then the last item, because there's only 3 fucking items I could actually talk about and really understand, is that supplemental service at Echo Park.
You just missed him, Cat.
And
gosh.
I really would like to
Where
see
are you,
that.
Cat?
Because
1
it would
minute. You missed
encourage
him.
me to want to go out to the whitelands of Echo Park, where all the artists like me, all the gadflies like me, everyone that's a white motherfucking nigger goes because they like Echo Park. And we're there to celebrate why the mayor has a regarding transference of those $44,000 to that Assembly Bill 1290 fund under 53P account number. Am I on topic, bitch? 28-121-13. Puro 13. ¿Entiende? Puro 13. Y sabe, porque este servicios y la lugar de Park Lake Council District 13 tiene que saber lo que está pasando.
He's crazy.
Puro 13. X13, mommy. You get it, Miss Attorney? Now into my non-general public comment. And I'll read it politely and with passion.
Got a problem with him, Turbo
Goat? This is what the judge told me from Long Beach. The significant portions that could be understood were how far is nigger going to, yeah, this is what we're going to do to the niggers.
Fuck.
A dirty nigger. Send the Jews back to Israel, goy. Let's give them back to the dark garden, boy. Save America, boy and goy. Help Herman. Rejoice in the Lord so that we can protect America as opposed to become a conflict of interest. Oh, let's go back to constitutional betterment. Well, hey, if Mr. Reedy wants to bring his child to public meetings, committee meetings, commission meetings, I support that. All children should come to public meetings to hear what a white nigger like me defends the Constitution, defends your First Amendment, defends your Fourth Amendment, and a right to the Second Amendment, although I can't. 42 U.S.C. 1983, politely, fuck you!
Didn't even take his general comment. He just took his, he didn't even take his general comment. He's cuckoo, dude.
Speaker, please tell us the name you signed up under. And
He gets so riled up, he didn't even realize. Thought a minute
I'm Matthew
left.
Casanova, and I wanted to speak on general comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
I'm here to offer my full support of Councilmember Blumenfield's proposed rodeo ordinance. I grew up in Texas, where rodeos are even more common. As a kid, I didn't really know why, but they just always felt wrong to me. And children are unique in that they get to experience the world for the first time as it is in that very moment. In their eyes, violence isn't seen as normal yet. Kids have to be taught which violence is bad and which violence is okay because it's a tradition. It's so obvious to me now why rodeos always made me uncomfortable, because senselessly inflicting pain and fear into innocent animals for entertainment is cruel and unnecessary. Last month, the United Nations Committee on the Rights of the Child acknowledged that potential positive and negative impacts of interactions with animals. Specifically, the UN published the legally binding General Comment 26, which states, Section G, Article 19, children must be protected from all forms of physical and psychological violence, including to violence inflicted on animals. Rodeos are a spectacle of violence.
Gay
There's
sexual
no
talk.
shortage of entertainment in LA. We don't need rodeos.
What about gay sexualization of kids in schools? About that? You're not worried about that, is you? You're worried about a bull that comes to fucking town once a year.
And which items you'd like to speak to.
Stacey Segura Bollinger.
Got it.
21, 22, and general public comment, please.
Okay, you'll have 2 minutes and 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. 21 is a street banner program. Now, this is coordinated by Neighborhood Council. Woodland Hills is a really nice area.
And that's Mr. Harlan's area.
And, you know, the good thing about street banners coordinated with NCs is that they work that into their budget. So we're not having to approve any funding here, but it is interesting, and I'm speaking from experience from working with
Well, you're
NCs,
entitled to your opinion, Bullet Zero. You're over here watching the homophobe.
That we're still in the mode of business as usual and hanging banners. And
You must like
having
homophobes.
symbolic celebrations and events while people are dying on the sidewalk. And we're under a state of emergency because of the unhoused resident population, but there's no interruption in just the movement of
Must
business.
be your first date,
and
too.
I just wonder if we didn't do all of these symbolic things, if we set that stuff aside, you know, how much more quickly we could get the other work done. Now, 22 is $400 for a holiday that already happened, Overdose Awareness Day. Again, this is just another $400 virtue signal about an issue that is really serious that you pretend to care about with $400 in lights, but then you come here and you don't make any sort of meaningful movement toward actually getting people the help they need that would prevent overdoses or to treat overdoses or to get people into healthcare or treatment centers. A lot of issues that come before us in these varied motions and virtue signals would be more or less solved with single-payer universal health care. A lot of labor issues would be resolved with that too. But this body is apparently not interested in that.
Of course I do. Proud Florida. But if there's no chases, how can I show you a chase?
I'll just say as I move on to general public comment, you know,
want me to show
y'all
you an
are
old
chatting
one?
while people are up here, and you should just be mindful of when you're laughing about things, Tracy. Earlier you were laughing about something while someone was pouring their heart out about how filthy their apartment complex is, and you were telling a joke and laughing. So consider the optics of that, okay? There's a lot of work ahead for the city council to build back the trust of Angelenos, but the unwillingness of Kevin to resign is a slap in the face. Kevin De Leon resign. Paul Gregorian, you lied. What about the promise to break quorum? The city council is corrupt. It's illegitimate. We still need a resignation. Kevin just resign. Kevin just resign.
Kevin resign. Kevin resign. Yeah, it's pretty atrocious.
Speaker, please tell us the name you signed up under and
Little
which
Rick
items you'd like
rolling.
to speak to.
The Honorable Red Chief Hunt, Ninth Circuit winner from City Hall.
Wait, what?
I'm speaking on 21, and I'm speaking on public.
Look at Mr.
general
Herman.
comment.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for each.
Huh?
You'll have 1 minute for each.
Okay. Hey, thank you. Talking about empowering neighborhood councils and stuff like that in Dawson. I'm in your area, and you don't even speak to me. Is that professional? My address is 1442 West 60th Street.
Just
I get
dox
way
himself.
more than Dawson done on my street than ever, but he doesn't talk to me, and I'm in his district. Empowerment, it starts at right here in these seats. You have to have empowerment in these seats. We vote for you guys. Let me tell you this: the whole thing about empowerment in neighborhoods, you have to bring your neighborhood together. That's the solution. True leadership goes out and walk in the neighborhood, not when it's just only time to vote, but when it's time to get the people together. Now, my general public comment is I'm ashamed of the L.A. Police Commission. Look here, I don't know how Sovarov sat in that seat for 6 months and voted, and he was termed out. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, Karen Bass, I need to talk to you right away. How can he vote for the public and he's termed out? Something's wrong. That's really corrupt that he's able to take that seat over there at the L.A. Police Commission, and he has no business sitting there. He should be in the general public. But he's termed out, and he's still voting on items and stuff like that. You guys can't say you guys not aware, because if that comes up in a lawsuit, and I just got Carol Sobo on the phone, I'm holding the city of Los Angeles responsible for that.
That's it.
Because he's not part of that seat.
Me
The
too.
Red Chief Hunt has won 3 cases against the city already. I'm not joking with you guys. Hey, Dawson, you need to get your act together, brother. I'm in your area. I'm an African-American man, and I haven't said nothing bad about you.
Mr. Herman is not a real fucking Nazi, so don't get it twisted. He is what you call a First Amendment antagonizer.
Speaker, please tell us the name
Okay.
you signed up under and which items
Let
you'd
her
like to
speak.
speak to.
I'll
Yes,
go into
Patty
it.
Shanker from Woodland Hills, general comment.
That's Mr. Harlan's area, by the way.
Good morning, City Council members. I am here to urge you to
Goat
pass
puppet
the
coming
rodeo
up.
ordinance. Our opposition to rodeos has nothing to do with racism, homophobia, xenophobia, or culture. We are against all rodeos because of the inherent cruelty and harm it causes. It's not about who is doing it. It's about the former Minister of Culture in Spain said, I do not like to see much suffering mixed with applause. We shouldn't either. Intimidation, harassment, harm, and death, that's what rodeos are about. As we see an increase in these activities towards each other, why would we support this violence? Please pass this. On another note, please send Belly the elephant to a sanctuary. He has served the city for over 30 years and deserves retirement, and do it in honor of his great advocate, the late Bob Barker. Thank you so much.
So yeah, again, Mr. Herman, again, I think he's mentally a little ill. I think he pushes First Amendment limits to the max. So does this man here, who was the very first man to wear a KKK hood with a swastika on it
Speaker,
in
please tell
here,
us the items you'd like
and
to
spoke
speak
to them with a KKK hood on.
goddamn fucking items I can possibly speak on in general fucking comment.
Okay, that's items 21 through 23.
And he's a lawyer.
3 minutes and 1 minute.
This
for
man's
general
a
public
barred
comment.
certified lawyer.
Yes, but the problem is you gave me the wrong items. Where are the 21 and 23?
Okay, he's past the bar.
Yes.
He's no
But
idiot.
We know what the first one is. A place that Unisys will never be invited to. Yes, the Warner Center community. Bob Bleebenbleild's district. Representing all of the wealthiest Jews, thieves, and cocksuckers that live in that place. A place where the Rams... Yes, I have horns.
The Rams?
Yeah, Stacy knows how much I like the Rams. Yeah, because they have horns. And they want to build a practice facility, and we're going to put banners up. And banners with the Star of David. Let's give them a hand. Hey. Ah, holy shit. Yes, for the first time ever. Finally, you will see the Warner Center community with the Star of David prominently displayed on the banners. Follow the Stars of David to your destination where the money is. Follow it where all the thieves and the cocksuckers and the developers, FBI targets, degenerates, child molesters, and campaign donors live.
Who's to say,
in
Mash?
Bob's pretty district, because Bob spends all
You're
his
assuming.
money over there. Well, he cheats the shit out of Reseda. He cheats the shit out of North Hills. And
Speaker, you're
cheats the
straying off topic.
shit. Yes, because he's a no-good Israeli agent cocksucker. That's why he does it.
Speakers,
and that's why they
please
want to
speak to
put
the
the
agenda
banners
item.
up, right? What are the other items, Human?
Who's mad today?
Yes.
I'm going to get back on topic,
Mr.
Mr.
Spindler?
Spindler, or we'll just go to your public comment.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to find out here.
What's he doing? He's got him fucking
Yes, thank you.
giving him his
Number
files.
22, that filthy cunt Yaroslavsky, funding for services. You don't need any services. You already have enough money. More of this Jewish thievery at the hands of us. And look at poor Kevin. Look at poor Unisys. They're not getting any of this money. And look at Price and Shane.
Aifa?
Yes, I'm Shane too. And then we have number 23, Echo Park Lake. Yes, where do you want to get better drugs? In fact, we have a theme song for the Echo Park Lake, yes, when they open it up for mental services. Doom, 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 I got a rock, doom, doom, doom. Thank you, Hugo, for turning down the fence. Now I can sell my drugs easier, and I can drive past the fence. Now I don't need to go around the fence. Now I can drive my ride. I can drive my whip up and sell my drugs. Let's sing along, everybody. Buy drugs at Echo Park Lake, where Hugo sells. Thank you. Now we go to the general comment. Okay, go ahead here. Yes. And finally, now we know the truth. Who steals the most? Yes, that would go to MRT. Yes, and as we told him, we wished him very well when he surrenders to federal custody. So long, nigger. And
Mark
then
Ridley
we
Thomas,
have
MRT.
our friend Mr. Weezar. Yes, because Mr. Weezar gave Kevin $10.4 million for the 7th Street Development Fund. But he doesn't want to come up and get the documents. No. So I'm offering it to Unisys. Do you want the $10.4 million? Or would you rather have something from McDonald's? Oh, she'd rather have the McDonald's. Good! Then I'll give it back to Kevin if he wants it. And remember, Kevin, those LA Times reporters were talking to you Friday to try to slander you, but you didn't fall for them. Fuck you, LA Times. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, he's a lawyer, and I agree with most of you that he's probably not working probably as much as you should. But again, that is assuming. But again, he did successfully sue and win the LA City, beat the LA City in court.
Speaker, please tell us the name you signed up
He
under
did do
and which
that.
items you'd like to speak to.
I don't think I could do that.
Kelly Cliff and general public comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Last week, I addressed.
He does do kid parties.
Councilman Hernandez, Ms. Hunt. I know what Councilman Hunt looks like, and I know what Councilman Hernandez looks like. Whatever I said last week, it was directed toward Councilman Hernandez. Not only did she know what Los Angeles Police Department rapes in the sleep, but also the unprofessional behavior with she and Dawson the previous week. And also, I want to remind you, my landlord, John, looks just like this man that just spoke. Very unprofessional. And then there was a doctor, Presbyterian doctor in New York, that rapes the patients. Obviously, they are under sedation. Rapes in the sleep. Los Angeles Police Department. Warren, Senator Warren needs to be investigated. Elizabeth Warren for possibly racketeering.
I agree.
Los Angeles Police
All right, we'll go.
Okay,
next
is that any
to
different than the
callers on phone.
KKK guys? I mean, obviously, we know she's not getting raped in her sleep by the LAPD.
Speaker,
please.
which items would you like to speak on?
Justice Cuckoo. Mental illness on display, ladies and gentlemen. That's why, again, I can't take it to heart.
Speaker with the last four digits,
it's like the
1881.
sticks and stones will break your bones,
Please
but
press
words will
star
never hurt
6
you
to
kind of
unmute
thing.
yourself.
You got to realize these people are mentally ill, man. Either they're on their meds and it's not working, or they're off
Speaker
their
with the last
meds and
four
it's
digits,
not working.
1881. Press star 6 to unmute yourself. This is your
And
last
some
notice.
just more than others. What do you think? Stacey Cigar
Next caller,
Bollinger
please.
isn't a little fucking cuckoo? She comes here every 2 days a week to waste her time for hours a
which
day to
items would you
sing
like to
them a
speak
song
on?
for 1 minute. Is that not nuts? Okay, maybe she doesn't have a swastika. Maybe she's not screaming about Jews and black people and gay people.
Mr.
Okay,
Spindler, don't even bother.
she doesn't come with a puppet.
Next caller, please.
I mean,
Speaker, which
that's
items would
mental
you like to
illness
speak
still to
on?
me. Just lesser level
Thank
of
you.
it.
It's Eric Prevan. I'd like to speak on the available items in a general public comment.
That's items 21, 22, and 23. You'll have 3 minutes and 1 minute for general
And not
public
that they're
comment.
all mentally ill that come here. Certainly
Okay, so the street banner program is interesting. We should have some banners that look at the other. I thought this was a good idea. Let's
No,
have
John,
street
we love
banners
train wrecks.
that examine other agenda items, like all the cop stuff you have. Maybe we could have little street banners announcing that we're funding the cadet program. I want to say the Overdose Awareness Day. I support this, of course, and I think that we should consider expanding the scope from overdosing on drugs, which of course is critical, and the Narcan helps, I suppose. There's a lot of controversy there, as everybody knows, but saving lives versus anything else is better, I suppose. But what about overdosing on fatuous presentations by fallen civil rights leaders who can't recognize the tiny scope of
Speaker,
the
which
public
item are you
speaking?
speaking to?
I was talking about the Overdose Awareness Day and overdosing, the city council overdosing on illuminations of the city hall. You hear about it every week. This is an illumination. Or no? Who's this, by the way? You seem very argumentative. What's your name?
Get on the topic. Get on the topic.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Krikorian. I don't like to be interrupted. Item 20.
He's an attorney
is
too, by the way.
Speed safety pilot program. Wow, that sounds like
Item
nailing
20 is not
residents.
available. You can speak to item 20
I'm sorry,
in your general
22,
public
20.
comment.
Let's go back to 20. You want me to go to general public comment? Okay, give me the full 60 seconds and I'll go to it, okay?
Okay, that's good. General public comment. 1 minute, please.
Okay, thank you, and I apologize for any problems there. The city council needs to make a vote to agree to give records to the district attorney related to the current price situation so that they can proceed with whatever investigation they want to do. Am I impressed by it? Not necessarily, but that's what the city council has to do, because the privilege, and FYI, I'm an attorney-client privilege litigant. We went all the way to the California Supreme Court and won the case, me and the ACLU, Mr. Krikorian, just in case you're confused. It's not your privilege or Heidi Feldstein's Toto's privilege or the council's privilege. It's Kern Price's privilege, and he is being investigated. So the council has to say, let's give them what they need so they can pursue an investigation, because I know you want that, Councilmember Krikorian, because you like justice. And it's not about whether you like Kern Price. We all like Kern Price, but it's a question of the rules and the laws. So that's what I would ask you to do.
They dunked
Next
him.
caller, please.
Speaker,
Not
which item
ones
would you
that
like
fight
to
the
speak
law, fight the city and win all the time, Enrico. Those aren't dime a dozen.
Good morning. This is Brock Landers, Los Angeles private investigator. I would like to speak on the banners. I believe that's 21, and then general public comment, if that would be okay.
You'll have 1 minute for each.
Thank you, ma'am. On the banners, I think that it's, we need to kind of get back to LA's roots, and we need to salute the small businesses. I think that we should include banners for local small businesses like Smoke and Scan, and we should also include Bravo Street Media. I would also like to see banners for the LA City Council charity boxing event that I'm having problems getting Marquise to get behind. And I think mental health awareness with all the homeless and the issues that we're seeing. I think that we could use screenshots of Mr. Herman from council meetings and make him the true poster boy for mental health awareness.
Sir, I'm sorry. You're going to need to speak to the street banner issue that's on item number 21.
Oh, I was just trying to throw out some ideas and help. I know you guys have got a lot on your mind, and but we can just go to general public comment then.
Very good. You have 1 minute.
So I find it the red flag law interesting that you're willing to use that to infringe on 50 gun Second Amendment right, but you don't have any use for red flag laws for Mr. Herman and his First Amendment rights. I'm opposed to both of them. They should be. First Amendment is there for the people that offend you, not for the people you agree with. But it's interesting that you try to infringe on one and not the other. I think instead of barring Mr. Herman, you could also just take a step stool away so he can't reach the mic. And if Mr. Herman's still in the room, your mom wanted me to remind you that just because she's had so much black in her doesn't mean that you're black, and you shouldn't be talking that way. She's ashamed, and you're leaving a bad taste in her mouth. And for her, that's saying a lot. You guys have a wonderful day. Take a deep breath and enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you. Next
Shout
caller,
out to
please.
Brock.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak on?
That pissed him off because he's still in there. He's in there. You listen to every word of that. So now Brock and Herman have beef and they go at each other.
I would like to speak on number 6.
They'd be beefing and shit.
12 and 13, 22, and general peace.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Speaker?
6, 12 and 13, 21, 22, 23, general.
You can speak to 21, 22, and 23 now. The other items have already been voted on. You can speak to those in your general public comment.
Speaker dropped off.
Yep.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak on?
21, 22, and 23.
Sounded like she was 11.
Did we lose that speaker?
Yeah, the previous
Good morning.
speaker.
All right.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. Guten Tag.
Which items are available for comment?
21, 22, and 23.
V-Pull, thank you for the 33 months.
21, 22, and 23.
You rock,
Okay.
V-Pull.
Which one is the one that talks about the Substance Abuse Awareness Month? Which item would that be?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay. I guess I'll speak on 22 and general public comment.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for each.
Okay, thank you.
Chihuahua Verde?
Yes. Good morning, City Council. So, look, Overdose Awareness Month of August 31st has already passed. I don't understand why it's still an item that's on the agenda. Yes, I do support Overdose Awareness Month And the problem we're having is we're experiencing substance abuse problems, and because we have a corrupt pharmaceutical industry that has been producing and manufacturing drugs that are causing all kinds of substance abuse problems throughout the city and all across the country. And that's something we need to talk about, because pharmaceutical company needs to be held accountable for their actions.
Oh, he's there for sure.
I'd like to move on to general public comment now. I'm just hoping that you council members do the right thing of suspending current price from the city council chambers pending his criminal case. So on the DA's website, it says that case number BA 515-782, he was
there you go,
indicted on 5 counts of embezzlement of government funds, 3 counts of perjury, and 2 counts of conflict of interest. If you city council members care, you guys should do the right thing of suspending Councilmember Current Price pending his criminal case. Do it right now. Introduce an item to suspend him from the council. And I hope the public does put pressure on Current Price to resign. That's the right thing to do. Thank you so much.
John T,
Thank you.
because
Next
I have a
caller,
show to
please.
run, and then I got to
Speaker,
sit
which
there on
item would you like to
hold.
speak
and
on?
then I have to go in the other room. Then you guys, or outside, so you guys don't hear it. So, or I don't hear myself.
Next caller, please.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak on?
Do I get good cannabis? No, I get shitty, Bob.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, which items would you like to speak to?
Hello?
Yeah, just general public comment, please.
You'll have 1 minute.
Molly
Great.
O'Connell.
Hi, Daniel Gus of danielgus.substack.com, LA Press Club's online journalist of the year, LA Press Club's best activism journalism. 2 quick things. Ms. Hernandez is going to get quite an eye-opening with my next story about cruelty witnessed by the veterinarians at LA Animal Services inside the medical unit. Ms. Hernandez has refused to field questions, and boy, is the whistleblower credible. Eye-opening story. Ms. Hernandez, you're derelict in your duty. Mr. Krikorian should seriously see this article when it comes out and reassign Ms. Hernandez, who is derelict in her duty, overseeing LA Animal Services. Regarding Mr. Price, council members, you need to look at Mr. Price's Form 700s. He has claimed under penalty of perjury on each Form 700 that he has received no more than $833 in rent for years for a house owned by his wife, or his now wife, that's worth between $1.58 and $1.61 million.
Speaker, your time is up.
Price is either a
Thank
perjurer
you.
and a fraud,
Thank you, Mr.
or
Gus. Your
he
time's
is-
expired. Next caller, please.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak on?
Kat, thank you so much. That's huge. Molly O'Connell, thank you so much. That's huge.
Yeah, something's going on with your telephone system.
Brendan
You keep cutting people
Jenkins,
off and hanging
thank
up on
you.
them. But going to general public comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Again, everyone's.
Thank you, Amy.
Ms.
Again.
York didn't get voted into the ethics committee. I'm not sure as to delay the information that she was going to gather on Current Price. But it seems to go, again, everyone votes for each other in this horseshoe, keeps everyone afloat, and then prosecutes once it's all said and done. It's not like you don't know that the facts are there. That's how come he was indicted. Yeah, he has his day in court, but so do you. Every one of you. You need to remove people that do not belong with the ethics of the city of LA. Have a great day.
Brendan Jenkins, thank you so
Next
much.
caller,
Kat
please.
Harvey, thank
Speaker,
you.
which item would
Amy,
you like to
thank
speak
you.
on?
Molly O'Connell, thank you. Thank you, Amy Billadu.
Hello.
Appreciate you guys.
Which items would you
Hello,
like to speak
everyone.
Thank you, Yessie.
to?
General public,
Thank you,
please.
Jim Eaton.
General public.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. My name is Michael, or Mike, not Frank Damon, because that was a Frank Zappa joke. Okay, let's talk about the rodeo people. It's ridiculous. If those people were born pre-1900, they would starve to death. Herbivores would starve to death. I've never seen a cowboy flash mob a Nordstrom's to take purses out of the fucking store. Also,
let me talk about saving a bull. Save a bull, Ryder Hernandez. Last week, Sotomayor said he was courageous. He's not courageous. He talked about how unions were so great together. He's never been on a union job site for 6 months. He's never been in a union porta potty where the graffiti is so awesome that they hate each trade hates each other. That guy was a freaking liar. Also, Stacy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Such a fine wife. You're my life, my love, and my lady is the Stacy. Thank you.
Next caller, please.
That's Lobster.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak
I'm looking
on?
right now, and I don't see him on here. I don't see any Mike. I see Roger, Bobby.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm looking.
Yes,
Lewis,
which items would you like to
Thank
speak
you.
to?
Bill.
6, 12, 13, 21, 23, general.
Okay, you can speak to 21
Moses.
and 22. You'll have 2 minutes for that. The rest of the items you can address in your general public comment.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so 21 is about Woodland Hills banner. These vinyl signs that they print for these banners are not recyclable. They're very expensive. But they do make really good tarps. I am unhoused, and when the hurricane happened, I wasn't able to get a tarp.
The hurricane
And
happened?
I used to have one of those signs, and it was taken away in a sweep in May. I didn't think I was going to need it again until the winter, but then there was a hurricane. So I think if they're going to make these non-recyclable tarp signs for banners, they should at least be giving them to people so they can shelter under them when they're done with them. For Overdose Day, this is ridiculous to put a
Overdose
they put like a candy
Day?
wrapper or a condom over the light and charge $400 for it. Like this, what needs to be said for Overdose Awareness Day? It should be like Narcan Awareness Day or buprenorphine or Subutex Awareness Day. These are things that help people get off of opiates and they work. And those are the things that we should be making people aware of because that's a productive conversation instead of talking about overdoses, talking about how to prevent them, which is buprenorphine and Narcan. So for my general public comment, I'm sorry, 23.
Me too, Matt.
Echo Park Lake, there's like a transfer of funds towards this housing, or it comes from a thing that could be used to pay for like housing or something to do with parks. I looked it up, and I'm just wondering why something like that wasn't done back in 2021 March when Echo Park Lake was raided. I think in July 1st, 2021, there were 3,365 emergency housing vouchers released by the Housing and Urban Development Department. And if they held off on that raid for about 3 more months, every single person could have gotten an emergency housing voucher and moved inside. But they didn't. And we're still sitting on these vouchers. There's in July, I checked on July 22nd, and there was still more than 1,000 left that were not used. That was more than enough to put one for every single tent in the whole entire city. Okay, so why did we flub that opportunity? All of these are going to expire on September 30th. So if they were used, they would house people until September 30th, 2030. But unless they're leased up by September 30th, 2023, they expire. And there's more than 1,000 of them that have not been leased up as of July 22nd.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak on?
Is she crying?
Yeah, that's in the chambers. Next caller, please.
No more callers.
Very good. That'll close public comment on all agenda items and close general public comment. Mr. Clerk, what is now available for us to vote on?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 21 through 23.
Those items are now before us. I see no members wishing to be heard. Let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
15 ayes.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to item number 3. which was called special for a separate vote. So
Give me 1 second.
on that item, do any members wish to be heard on item number 3?
Looking for
Seeing
fucking
none,
Mike.
let's go ahead and
Michael,
open
I
the
got to
roll.
get it right. And I'm betting you there's
Close
no
the
Mike or
roll
Michael in here
and
either.
tabulate the votes.
If it's not in here, you're done, Lobster. I don't know what else to say. You got to create
12
another
ayes,
account,
3
buddy.
noes.
Very good. Items
busy
7
looking
and
through
9 were
400
called special
fucking
for
names.
separate votes.
I don't see her
We
name.
can take those items up together unless members have any objection to that. Those items are now before us. Do any members wish to be heard? Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
13 ayes, 2 noes.
Thank you. That will take us to item number 8, which is before us as amended by motion 8A. The item is now before us. Do any members wish to be heard? Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
15
All I
ayes.
find is Mike Cock.
Very good. Mr. Clerk, what is now before us?
Mr. President, council has motions for posting and referral.
Without objection, posted
far,
and
that's the only
referred.
Mike
Next.
I've seen.
The
That's
desk is
it.
clear, sir.
Members,
I don't know what else to say.
do
If you're- if
any
you're
members
Mike
have
Hawk,
any announcements
okay.
to make? Any
Not.
announcements
Your name ain't on
the
there.
left? Any
Not to say.
announcements on the right? I see none. Do any members have any motions for adjournment?
Are these fools about to get out of here
Mr.
in less
De
than
Leon.
an hour? And hold on,
If we could all please rise
less than an
for
hour in and
adjournments,
out.
please.
Yeah, Mike Hawk. Yeah, so that's what it was.
Thank you much, Mr.
Just like
President,
that, Fletcher.
as well
What's
as
up, Fletcher?
colleagues for indulging me in this moment. I rise to adjourn in the
I
memory
did all the Franks and all the
of
Mikes, so
a
I don't know what
friend,
else to say.
An individual known.
There's
to
no
many
Mike
folks here,
Goals.
I would say especially my next door neighbor here, Mr. Bob Blumenfield. That is the former President Bill Clinton's Secretary of State. I should say.
He didn't
who
end up
praised
dead?
this man very much so. That is no other than
Oh, he's dead
Mr.
now.
Bill
What did he know?
Richardson. The former
What did he
New
know?
Mexico
What did
governor,
Bill know?
The former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, who passed away.
Is
just
he on the
recently,
list, too? He's
at
on the
very
kill
young
list
age
now? You can
of
add him to the kill list?
75. Bill Richardson was recently nominated for a Nobel Prize for his efforts
Wow.
in freeing detained
The
Americans.
Nobel
I know
Prize,
his
huh?
story very well. But this also includes just recently
good look at the racist.
WNBA player Brittany Griner, who was unjustly
over there.
incarcerated in Russia for quite a while. He played a huge role in getting her
Yes,
released.
that is Eric Estrada.
Bill Richardson's work spanned 3 decades, securing the release of
Shout out
Americans
to
held
Punch.
overseas in various countries, including North Korea, even engaging with infamous dictators. The Richardson Center was established to promote dialogue and global peace, offering an alternative to traditional diplomatic channels. In his book, Richardson emphasized the importance of respect, personal connections,
Shit is
humor,
funky as hell.
and saving face. in
That
negotiations.
bass line.
Born in Pasadena, California, right next door to Eagle Rock, Bill was raised in Mexico City and had significant impact on New Mexico politics. As a governor, he implemented reforms such as increased teacher salaries, a higher minimum wage,
That little
pre-K
breakdown.
programs, and a commuter rail system. Bill Richardson also set a Guinness World Record for the most handshakes by a politician during his 2002 campaign. He served as a U.S. envoy to the United Nations, Energy Secretary under then President Bill Clinton, as a member of Congress, representing northern New Mexico.
What's up, Joshua?
Former President Bill Clinton,
Brittany
and
Griner is a
obviously,
dude.
then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton
I don't know.
praised
Can't
Richardson's
confirm.
diplomatic skills and contributions
Not
to
busy
global
pipe
security.
checking her ugly ass.
Richardson ran
But
for
she should have
president-
stayed in Russia
for
since she
presidency
hates
of the United
America
States back
so
in
much.
2008, later endorsing Barack Obama and being nominated for Secretary of Commerce. State leaders remember Richardson as a legend in New Mexico.
LA7
and a
married
giant
3.
in public service, always fighting for his home state. Bill Richardson dedicated his life to serving others, epitomizing selflessness and compassion
up,
in his
Bunny?
tireless efforts to free those unjustly detained abroad. A true diplomat, he was masterful
That's
and
it, Eric.
persistent
That's how he ended up on the kill list.
Peacemaker who improved lives around the world through his unwavering commitment to resolving conflicts. Bill's legacy as a trailblazer paved the way for other Latinos to serve at the highest levels of American government, inspiring.
Sure, he's probably not even dead. They're all in the same island, hanging out,
I just
fucking
got
little
off the phone,
kids.
Early this morning with Melanie Kenderden, who was his senior
Y'all know
policy
whose island it is.
advisor at the Department of Energy.
up,
And Melanie was in Singapore, which was 1 a.m. this morning at 9 a.m., and she was telling me about the blackouts in California that involved then Governor Gray Davis. And at that time, then Secretary of Energy Bill Richardson went to a meeting with U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein and Governor Gray Davis. And as he walked out of that meeting, there was a whole gaggle of press sticking cameras and microphones into Bill Richardson's face, increasing the pressure greatly. U.S. Secretary of Energy, what are you going to do about the rolling blackouts in California that had an adverse impact on our economy? Melanie was telling me this morning that she had actually advised him that he had the authority as Secretary of Energy to actually force energy providers, regardless of contract and value, to sell energy to the state of California to try to diminish the rolling blackouts in the state of California. He made that decision unilaterally.
Just really quickly, shout out to street people of Los Angeles. He comes in here every once in a while, hangs out with us. He's got a pretty big account, and he he put up this video of like the smash and grabs and shit like that, and the people, over the weekend here, there was a smash and grab at a jewelry store that was caught on tape, and I don't know, about 4 or 5 guys that worked at the jewelry store beat the shit out of this fat dude who tried to rob them, and the fat dude ended up taking off, of course, and getting nothing, and it was great to see him get his ass whooped, But the funny thing is California has just posed a bill making it illegal for you as a business owner or any of the people that work at your facilities of any kind, whether you're scooping ice cream, detailing cars, selling baseball cards, or selling weed. I don't care what you're doing. Making it illegal, a $20,000 fine plus jail time for trying to stop thieves from stealing from your store. You believe that? You fucking believe that? So shout out to that. Can you fucking believe that? I mean, dude, the world is, I don't know what else to say. It's that wild. That's where we're at, Yeah, that's where we're at, that you can't even, they don't even want you. They're specifically making it to where you can't stop the crime either. And that's why I'm trying to say enough's enough. Enough people. And I don't know about y'all, but living here, I've had enough. I'm not going to beat around the bush. And, again, it just, it is what it is. I'm not going to lie anymore. So the bill proposes an $18,000 fine for employers/employees who go after criminals stealing from businesses. So there you go. So now the upside in California, you can rob, steal with little to no recourse. Even if you're caught committing a 6-figure heist, you are released the same day with a ticket. But if you try to save your livelihood, protect your business, or do the right thing, you will now be fined $18,000 per incident. They want the crime. That's what I'm trying to explain to people, that they love the crime, and so do the people that vote for them. So do the people that vote for them. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let me tell you something. These anti-American people are as anti-American as the people that vote for them. If you vote for these people, you are anti-American. Don't think that you're American. You're just living in America. You're a fucking leech. You're a begging leech. And now you want to protect crime. I don't care what you say to me. If you vote for these people, that's what you are. Straight
Objection.
up. I don't look at you any other way.
Any other motions
to
adjourn, members?
I live here. I deal with this shit.
Motions on the left.
Okay.
Seeing none,
and it's just getting more crazy and more commie by the day. That's a communist right there. It's a commie piece of shit. Okay? That's why I wish them and their kids the worst. They're little kids. They're fucking 3-year-olds. I wish the worst for their fucking 3-year-olds. Okay? Because what are they doing to the 3-year-olds who are just being good and just doing them? Okay? Enough's enough, ladies and gentlemen. Enough is a goddamn enough. You can beat around the bush all you like. That's your that's the way you feel. Hey, you could be the ostrich with the head in your sand, with your head in the sand. But not me. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And I look at you as anti-American, and that's it. I don't give a fuck. I'm forced to live next to you. That's really about what it boils down to. That's the way I look at you. Right? It's just, whoop. Let me see. Hold on, guys. It's the way it is, man. Oh, let me go here. Let's go to, you guys want to go to Thailand? Let's see what's going on in Thailand. Yeah, it's off a tick here. There we go. Let's go. Man purse count. Man purse counts. Let's get it. How do the commies get so much control in California? Well, there's lots of reasons. There's a lot of commies here. 1, 2, the unions. The unions make everybody, they unionize everything here, and then the unions all vote one way, and it's powerful. You have thousands, if not millions of votes under your umbrella. Because the lobbyists lobby to those unions. They scratch each other's backs. I'll do something for you. You do something for me. You make sure you get me the votes. I'll make sure that whatever you need gets done. That's really how it works. And, low IQ folks the fact is some of them actually are high IQ, but don't be fooled by high IQ people. They can be easily fooled. Okay? And I told you, it was simple to see last year, guys, when it came to, local voting here, within our state. We're not talking about voting for any presidents. We're just talking about, governor, things of that nature. And when I told you, when the people voted to tax themselves more on gas, you knew right away. It screams volumes. Who in their right mind said, yeah, you know what? We don't give them enough gas tax. I think we need to give them more because they spend it so well. Who would say that in their right mind? Let's just be honest. Let's not beat around the bush. Nobody. I don't care what side of the aisle. If you're in the middle, you're left, you're right. I don't care where you are. Nobody wants to get taxed more unless you're a complete fucking idiot. Okay? So I say to you, they did their best to means no means yes, yes means no. They fool the voters. The voters either aren't savvy enough to understand the ballot measure, or they were so fooled by the ballot measure that, hey. Or they just felt like taxing themselves some more. I mean, either way, I say to you, if you couldn't read it or you really wanted to tax yourself more, aren't you in the same boat? You're really an idiot. So, I mean, that's just the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. And there's a lot more schmucks than there are free-thinking individuals. Do I think more people are waking up? I do. I think more people, and you know why they're waking up? Not because of what they like or what they don't like. It's because they got hit in the wallet. That's the only time you wake people up. In the wallet. You want to fuck with people, rich or poor? Fuck with their wallet. I guarantee you'll get a reaction. You can say anything you want to them. Try to fight them one day. Nah. But when you fuck with their wallet, yeah, they're going to take notice real quick. They don't like that. And there's only so much they can take. Good. That's just the way I see it, Oil went down today. Well, quiet elegance, I can tell you that it's near $6 a gallon. Bought gas on Sunday, had to go to Anaheim. Okay? It was literally $5.50 to $5.85 a gallon. $5.49 for 87 gas. Okay, $5.50 a gallon for 87 gas. For the same gas you're paying $3 for, or $2.50 even. Okay, so I don't care whether it's gone up or down. We don't see any of the difference, and that again speaks volumes. You should be outraged. Right? Just as you say it, that's outrageous. We're seeing eye to eye, Golf. It's outrageous. You should be outraged. I don't care who you are. But if you aren't, you're a puppet. You're what they are, and you deserve everything you get. When I saw this TikToker crying on her TikTok, this white liberal bitch getting, oh my God, I was walking down San Francisco, and this homeless man spit in my face. It was the best thing ever. I wish I could have been there to lick the tears off her, salty tears off her fucking face. I can't wait. I'm telling you now, liberals, please continue to post that material of you guys getting accosted. I fucking love it. I enjoy it. I really do. I bask in it. Okay? Okay, if I could wear it like motherfucking Old Spice, I would. Okay? I'd fucking bathe in the motherfucker like Old Spice. Why she gotta be white? Because she was white, Enrico. If she was black, I would have told you she was black. If she was Latino, I would have told you she was Latino. If she was Asian, I would have told you she was Asian. Okay? She happened to be white. Go see it. I know it offends you. Okay? Oh well. Put your fucking helmet on in here. That's just it. Okay? Just like the other guy. Got offended by me talking about the teachers, the gay teachers in school now who can't just be gay and teach kids. They have to teach the kids how gay they are. Again, we'll go over this really quickly before I go. I had a fantastic teacher. I won't mention his name. He was a drama and an English teacher. Okay? I had him for stage crew because, again, drama, you're a part of the stage crew. You got to build scenes and put the gels on the lights and do the audio hookup and all that shit. Okay? So, I'm letting you know he was a fantastic teacher. Cool as fuck. Everybody pretty much knew he was gay. But you know what? He didn't have a big gay flag. He didn't tell us how gay he was. He didn't tell us what his fucking preferred fucking pronoun was. You know what he taught us? The curriculum. The English, the drama, and where the fuck to put the lights on what timing. When this motherfucker stands there and starts saying this, that spotlight better come up. And he talked to you like that if you was fucking around. I told you the time he pushed me and my friend into a closet and locked us in there. we were fucking around so much in the back. God damn it! And he came back here and he pushed us in the closet and locked us in there. I shit you not. We were good there for 10 minutes and then he got really mad because we were in there laughing, you know? Because it was just so funny. But he was like, he was gay, but he was strong, dude, you know? But he was a great teacher, not because he was gay. He was a great teacher because he was a great teacher who happened to be gay. Now, if he was straight, he wouldn't have been a better teacher. He wouldn't have been less, but he wouldn't have been more. He was a great teacher because who he was, and we never had to deal with any bit of any kind of sexuality of his. That's not the time or the place. I miss good teachers too. There should never, every teacher that talks to kids about what the teacher's preferred pronoun is needs to be fired right away, in my opinion. You need to be fired. Get the fuck out of the LAUSD and every other school system. Okay? Because you are not teaching the kids what they need to know. You're busy teaching them what you want them to know, not what they should be knowing. Okay? They don't go to school to learn how gay they need to be or how gay you are. Okay? And it's funny how on one side of the aisle, the gay folks they're thriving, they're gay, they're having a great time, them and their partner, doing all they want to become parents, do everything that any other straight folks do, and probably in some instances do it better. And they know they're gay. They don't have any talks of pronouns and all this shit, but they're gay. And then there's the other side that's mentally ill, and it's just they don't even understand who they are. And then when you talk to them about it, they get angry when you explain to them that it's mental illness, and it's okay to be mentally, because they didn't choose to be mentally ill. They are stricken with the mental illness. I understand that. But don't insult my intelligence by passing it off as anything else, because I won't do that. I'm past that. And that's the way I look at things. Gay teachers are great, but don't teach your gayness in school. And if you're teaching any kids about sexuality, you better be two things. Okay? Either a sex ed teacher in high school, because kids aren't boning in elementary and junior high. They shouldn't even be learning that. Gay or straight, in my opinion. Or the other thing you should be is a counselor. Remember counselors? Like when they counsel people. That's what they do. When you had trouble, when you were in trouble, when you had just anything you wanted to talk about. That counselor, that's what the counselors are there for. Not the teacher, but the counselor. Okay, again, my head hurts. I don't go to the podiatrist. I don't go to a proctologist when my head hurts either. Okay? My nose is fucking hurt. I go to an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Specific things for specific people. A lot of things have been lost. A lot of things have been just completely messed around, and I'd be sad as fuck to either have a kid or be a kid in the LAUSD system now. Okay? I was seeing something in Canada. This a Sikh individual, he was kind of angry about what they were teaching the kids, and he got a memo from the school saying, hey, it's like reverse gender day. We want if your kid's a boy, we want you to dress them as a girl, and if they're a girl, we want you to dress them as a boy, and the teachers are going to come do the same thing, and we're going to have a fashion show. And he was quite angry. You know? He's like, I don't understand why they can't just go to school and learn mathematics and science and English and history. Why did my kid have to learn this? And it, became a whole uproar. And this wasn't very long. This was last year in Canada. So it's just, again, this isn't just here. This is like a nation, beyond nationwide. It's, I won't say it's, in every country, because certainly not. I mean, you look at countries like Africa and others that are outlawing it, and I don't think it should be outlawed. Gay folks should have every right that I do. They should do everything I do without question. We shouldn't even be thinking about that. Okay? I'm just saying, don't groom kids. Stop teaching the shit in schools. And that's really about that, man. So there you go. Homophobes about to be out. Hopefully you guys had a good day today, man. It's great to see all you guys back after a long weekend. My feet are tired from walking around the baseball card show. And shout out to the two homies that came up to me, noticed me from the show, and said, hey, man, you got to do YouTube. Oh, man, I love your show. Sat and talked for a minute. Shout out to them. And, yeah, man, that's just really it, man. I think, again, the more you need to express you being you, that it's like you almost create division, because in all, whatever we are, mentally ill, not ill, straight, poor, bisexual, gay, rich, not rich, whatever, we're all human. Like us or not, we're all human. Even this asshole, homophobe, I guess, whatever, racist, I know I'm everything. I'm everything. I ain't worried about it. Tam, I am on tonight. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be on tonight. I promise. Oh, fuck. Let me knock on someone. Fucking as long as fucking Spectrum doesn't fuck us. Ryan, thank you. And thank you guys so much for all the donos. I appreciate you guys went crazy. You went Voltron on me, man. Shout out to Voltron. You guys were Voltron on me. And that's just how I feel. And I'm not telling you guys to how to feel any, way. It's just me. You're a toxic white guy. Well, I mean, again, that's, a lot of people think I am. So, I mean, again, and that's why I told the person that thought I was a homophobe, he was right, to his own opinion. If that's what you think I am, hey, I'm not a commie. I'm not going to tell you how to think. I'm just going to tell you how I think. And if you think it is what it is, you're entitled to your opinion, man. That's it. Let's hope for a chase tonight too. Doom hat, can we say 8:33? Like a good, we're 2 rounds in. We said hello. Everything's good. Can we say that? Can we all agree 8:33 for a chase tonight? So I am liberal in that aspect. Well, in a sense, if you want to call it liberal, Victor, I mean, to me, I just think of it as, again, you're in a country that you should be free in many ways. And again, you learned that you are not that in the last 4 years. You just aren't. And I think these people are learning, as much as they want to be free, apparently in all the ways they aren't either. There's some times where you're not. It just is what it is, whether we all like it or not. And this is just how I feel in that sense. Again, like the whole, it is what it is, I've grown up around lots of folks, of all shapes and sizes, colors, creeds, economical backgrounds, sexualities, it wasn't uncommon to have gay kids, and certainly the teacher I was referring to wasn't the only gay teacher in our school. There was an openly gay lesbian teacher that taught biology and science. And she had started the first gay and lesbian, it was like an after school kind of like program where they'd, get together and do their things after school, which I think, hey, you want to do it after school on your own fucking time and the kids want to be there, fine. But while the kids are there, and especially the kids who don't want to learn that shit, don't hold their time up. Time's precious, and in my time, we had a lot of overcrowding. There was tons of overcrowding. So like I told you, there'd be 30 kids at least, maybe 35 in a classroom, and you figure there's only 30 minutes in a fucking in a class, right? Every 30 minutes or so you got a new class or another hour. So let's just say even if it's an hour class, they talk for 10 minutes, so now there's 50 minutes. There's 35 kids, so what do they got, a minute and a half or less, a minute or so, and 10 seconds for each kid? Come on. Can't do that, Come on. Can't get it done, man. Can't get it done. Hi, Lisa. Thank you again, Kat. It was a huge dono and all you guys. Thank you. Well, I mean, that's just, how I feel. And again, I'm not, trying to offend anybody. It's not my intention. But I'm not going to beat around the bush either, You got, again, there's a lot of smart folks in here, and I'm not here to insult your intelligence. You're going to see through it. I'm not telling you, we're never going to agree on everything all the time. It won't happen. You don't do it with your best friends or your family. So why would you do it with me, It's just easy to think that way, But it is what it is. Who voted for that? Oh, certainly not myself, I don't vote for none of these clowns. I don't. So. Oh, that was a good one. I see you, Golf. She did. All right, I got to get out of here. You guys have a fantastic day. I got to go do eBay stuff and get all ready for the post office run and all that stuff. But again, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for national disgrace for the kind words. And thank you to you all for hanging out. The likes, the love, the retweets, all the huge donos. You guys know who you are. And I'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like I said, it was great to see you guys back and safe after a long Labor Day weekend. And now I guess we can kick off fall, man. Can finally get this fucker going. So let's light the tires and kick the fire. Or was it light the fires and kick the tires? That's what it is. So I'll see you guys in, I don't know, a few hours. I'll be out. Peace, y'all.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye, y'all.